Ken Jennings has left Jeopardy! Fans buzzing over the news that he will be back hosting episodes airing from July 3 until July 28. Many viewers have made it no secret they prefer the 74-time champion over Mayim Bialik for the big gig. The return of Ken, 49, to Jeopardy! Was announced by a dutiful Twitter page that tracks his whereabouts. The account is Ken Jennings hosting Jeopardy! This week? Tweeted on Monday, Ken Jennings will return to host brand new syndicated episodes of Jeopardy! Starting Monday, July 3. He will continue hosting the daily episodes through the season 39 finale on July 28. Mayim, 48, splits one of TV's most treasured roles with Ken and has hosted since early May. She is stepping back out to support the WGA writers' strike so Ken return to wrap up the season. Legions of fans have been waiting to come back for the syndicated game show and celebrated the news in the replies. "Thank God. I had to stop watching until Ken is back," one person reacted. "The show is so much better when he hosts, thank God," wrote another. "What is news that makes me happy," wrote a third as a fourth jumped in, "The king is back. I thought he only hosted the final week of Jeopardy, but since it's longer than that I'm happier now," wrote another. To which someone else replied that since episodes tape 5 in a day, his stint will be a month long in airtime. One more reminded, these are the episodes that required he crosses the writer's picket line and not stand with the WGA strike. He may not feel like he had a choice, but let's not be too eager to celebrate his stepping in for Mayim this once. After July 28th's episode, Jeopardy! Will be off-screen until September. Season 40 will then burst out of the gates with Ken's 2023 Tournament of Champions, which will span 10 weeks and be expanded to 3 tiers. Can't take it. Ken and the actress were announced last summer as the co-successors to the late, great Alex Trebek, who died from cancer at age 80 in 2020. Ken recently wrapped the thrilling Jeopardy! Masters special, which was won by James Holzhauer. Underdog Mateo Roach, 24, came in a close second last month. Many Jeopardy! Viewers who have tuned in since Masters have not been overly impressed with Mayim and her hosting style. In particular, they also noticed that the star takes too long to respond to contestants when they give their responses. One viewer fumed to Twitter, "As hard as I have tried, I do not care for Mayim Bialik hosting Jeopardy! She pauses before she answers and it drives me crazy. And I'm spoiled from the Masters." A second person agreed and replied, "My sentiments exactly. I think she waits for somebody in her ear to tell her whether the answer is accepted and it annoys me to no end. Then there's the Masters hangover I have also." Ken Jennings has humor and charisma. Last month, other viewers begged Jeopardy! Producers to address the pauses. Since Mayim wasn't fast enough to mark the responses right or wrong, a contestant started adding to his responses while waiting for her to rule. In the ensuing few weeks, there have also been some hard-to-watch moments, including the Lord's Prayer being completely whiffed and an episode nearly resulting in the most unanswered clues ever. 23. Jeopardy! Bosses joked, "Let's forget it ever happened." Mayim also held court when 9-day champ Ben Chan controversially lost over one wrong letter in Final Jeopardy, sparking fan fury. Mayim has ruled leniently on some iffy responses since, which also left fans feeling even more dissatisfied given Ben's harsh judgment call, including an illegible final response. Rulings aside, Mayim was also clocked for not mentioning when a contestant recently swept a category as would be the norm. And her awkward rapport during the interview segments has not helped her cause with skeptics either. However, other people have defended that both hosts bring different qualities to the show. Jeopardy! Boss begs for patience. Michael Davies, Jeopardy's experimental new executive producer who created Masters, selected Ken and Mayim as the next hosts in 2022. As Davies ushers the game show into its Super Champ era, he's also urging fans to have patience host-wise. When Ken is hosting and Mayim is hosting, there's zero difference in ratings, the new EP told Vulture. It's exactly the same viewership, and that's the broadest part of the audience. This show is so hard to host. I wish many of our fans were more patient in understanding that we're dealing with two hosts. Mayim is a very experienced actress. Ken is a very experienced Jeopardy player. They're both at the beginning of their hosting careers. I back them both. As the iconic game show Jeopardy prepares for a new chapter, excitement pulses through its devoted fanbase. Ken Jennings, a name synonymous with trivia excellence and Jeopardy history, is set to return as host, and fans couldn't be more thrilled. This announcement has reignited a sense of nostalgia and anticipation as viewers eagerly await Jennings' return to the podium, replacing Mayim Bialik, who has been a part of the hosting rotation since 2021. For many fans, Ken Jennings is not just a former contestant, he's a legend. His historic 74-game winning streak in 2004 not only set a record but also captured the hearts of millions. Jennings became a household name, transforming his expertise into a celebrated career that included a book deal, speaking engagements, and ultimately, a role in shaping the future of Jeopardy as a host. His witty charm and unparalleled knowledge brought a unique flavor to the show, making it feel like a celebration of intellect and fun. The announcement. The big news broke on a sunny afternoon, just as fans were settling into their usual Jeopardy viewing routine. The official Jeopardy social media accounts shared a short video featuring clips of Jennings' memorable moments on the show, punctuated with the caption, "Get ready to welcome back Ken Jennings. Returning as host starting, insert date." The date became a trending topic instantly, and social media erupted with joy, memes, and fond memories of Jennings' previous tenure. "I can't believe it. Ken is back," exclaimed Sarah Thompson, a lifelong fan from Chicago. "He's always been the one we wanted to see behind that podium. His return feels like coming home." Fans took to Twitter to express their enthusiasm. Hashtags like #KenIsBack and #JeopardyReturn began to circulate as viewers shared their favorite moments from Jennings' time on the show. Clips of his charming banter with contestants and his signature grin became a rallying cry for fans eager to see him resume hosting duties. A new era. While Jennings' return brings a sense of familiarity, it also ushers in a new era for the show. Since the passing of the beloved Alex Trebek in 2020, Jeopardy has navigated a challenging transition. Several hosts filled the role temporarily, but the chemistry and comfort that Jennings brought were unmatched. The announcement not only signifies his return but also highlights the show's commitment to its legacy while adapting to the ever-changing landscape of television. In a recent interview, Jennings expressed his excitement about stepping back into the role. "Jeopardy, has always been a part of my life," he said.